Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm doing some shaft testing. I'm going to be testing the 5 standard shafts that come with the Ping G425 driver. I'm not going to test every variation of it because there's obviously different weights and stiffnesses, but I'm going to be testing the 5 different shafts and see what effect they have on my numbers. So the head I'm going to use is the Ping G425 Max, and I put the weight in the heel. For 2 reasons. One, I want to test this against the SFT because I've previously done a review of the SFT, which I'll put a link up here, saying it's impossible to hit it right. But on the flip side is it goes to left for me because of the draw bias on it. So I want to test if the G425 Max can quieten down that left but still eliminate the right. So that's why I'm using this head. So the 5 shafts I'm going to be testing is the Ping Tour, and this is the 75X. I've got the Aldila Rogue 80 stiff. This is the 130 MSI shaft. I've got the Tensei Orange 65 stiff flex shaft. I've got the Alta CB counterbalanced 55 reg. And finally, I've got the Alta Distanza 40 gram. This is the lightweight shaft. So I've got different variations, different weights, different stiffnesses to test. So I'm going to get quad on, I'm going to set up the Foresight software, and I'm going to hit a series of shots with each shaft, tell you how it feels and see what the numbers do and what the difference is between these 5 shafts. Right, so I'm going to start with the Ping Tour 75X Flex. Pretty heavy shaft. I normally use a 60 gram X. So see how it performs and see how this club performs really, and see what the distance is. Now, I'm not swinging this, I'm going to be nowhere near really 110 mile an hour at the moment. Really suffering with the shoulder, those who follow the channel. But it's just a good test, so it's just going to be swinging within myself and see what kind of numbers I get. Around probably about 105 to 110. Well, it doesn't eliminate the right, although I didn't really rotate through that one. The problem is when I don't go after it so much, I kind of just become a bit armsy. Right, so I'm going to have to put some effort into this. That felt like a great hit. Lost out to the right. Funny how it doesn't happen with the SFT, isn't it? Have a double cross on that one. Let's hit a couple more. I tell you though, it doesn't feel heavy as silly as it sounds, and the G425 is a heavy head. It just doesn't feel as heavy as you think it might do. That's a Healy cut. Right, one more and then we'll swap the shafts out. Feels okay, but the numbers aren't amazing. Just losing this out to the right a little bit. Not great numbers. Right, let's switch the shafts out and see what we get. Right, so I've put the Tensei Orange in now. So this is a stiff flex, 65 grams, so it's 10 grams lighter. See what difference we use. This is the shaft I normally test the SFT in. I've done a couple of rounds with the SFT with this. Feels good, feels really good. It just feels so much better. So much better as a shaft, and yeah, a lot nicer. What I like is that's not gone massively left. Good spin numbers, speed, club speed 104. It's like massively down on where I normally am, but it feels controlled. I feel like I quite like it. Yeah, I didn't really get after that one, as in, I feel like I rotated very well through that, but it's done really, really well. Felt like a good hit. See, I thought I'd lost that to the right, and that's done really well. Not travelling miles. Yeah, really enjoying the shaft. Really, really enjoying it. Right, let's switch it out. Right, Alta CB 55 Reg. All the settings, I will say, are standard, so there's no manipulation of loft or face. What I like about this is it's all matchy-matchy. It's like murdered out. Matches the head, but it feels very light and whippy now. Maybe difference in weight and flex just makes it feel a little bit whippy. Oh, no. That's done all right, considering it's so low on the face. Hit that really low in Healy, which actually, it's just gone dead straight, which is quite nice. Normally, that would leak out to the right. So, I like that fact. It is a forgiving head, really forgiving head. Ball flight seems a little bit higher, but yeah, it's doing all right. As expected now, spin's starting to come up a little bit. I'm losing the face a little bit. I'm sort of finding it, hitting it in the heel, but I don't want to change my setup to compensate because kind of defeats the object of the test then. So I'm going to keep the setup the same, but it's a little bit spinny and heely. Just drag that one. Just feeling like I don't know where the head is a little bit. Right, so one more. We'll change the shaft. It's just that feeling of when it's up here, I don't really feel like I know where the head is, and it's kind of a bit of a potluck. Right, last one. Try and get a good one out of it. A little bit heely, but I think it's done all right. Yeah, it's so forgiving, this head. So forgiving. Yeah, spin up a little bit. Right, 2 more shafts to test. Right, onto the Rogue. This is the 80S, so the heaviest shaft that I've got. Shaft wise, it looks super. I just love the way the white goes into black, but like the weight after hitting that, picking up that 55, you can definitely feel it dragging along. Be interested to see if the speed goes down a little bit, or whether I compensate for it unknowingly. Feels solid. Feels very solid. All right, that's straight out the centre of the face, 2-3 spin. Yeah, that feels really, really solid. And the club speed was down, but it's giving me great numbers. A little bit in the heel. God, this head's forgiving. I have hit a lot of fairways. For me at the moment, this feels the most, because of the way I can't put the speed in, it's like I'm having to do a whole new swing and feelings for it because I can't go after it at my normal swing speed. But arguably, I've hit a lot of fairways there. But this head is so forgiving. It just feels solid. This feels like a fairway finder, easily. I'm getting good spin numbers. I'm not getting great distance, I'll be honest with you. But the speed is down. But it just feels so easy to hit. This is my feeling-wise my favourite combination so far. I don't know what the numbers will say, but it certainly feels my favourite. It just feels solid when you hit it off the head. It's like I've pulled that a bit, but I'm not leaking any right with this at the moment. This head is so forgiving. Right, last shaft change then. Let's go into the lightweight one. All right then, last shaft, the Distanza 40. Oh my God. Like it is the whippiest thing I've ever felt in my life. Like, oh, super lightweight. Wow, how whippy is this? What I will say though is Ping's shaft choices for their standard spec, they're fantastic. There is literally a shaft for most people. Heavy, lightweight, stiff, X-stiff. Great shaft. Oh wow, that is light. Jeepers. That I had no control over whatsoever. None whatsoever. No, like, oh my God. Let that go. I've got no idea where that head is at all. None whatsoever. I've got away with that. The head has rescued that. No, this is a no for me. Literally not the foggiest where this head is. It's like just swinging into nothingness. Right, last go. That was a good hit. Ah, it's gone out to the right. Okay, bit of a long test. Tested all 5 shafts. I'm going to sort the data out and then let's have a look at the numbers. Right, so if we have a look at the data, unfortunately it's made it quite small. Driver is the Ping Tour, then the Tensei Orange, Alta, Rogue, Distanza. So ball speed is fastest with the Tensei Orange, it felt the most comfortable. Then the Alta CB, and then down at the bottom the Distanza, completely didn't like it. Launch angle 15, 15, 14, 14. I could use any of those, and then we go up to 18. Spin with the Ping Tour a little bit too high at 2.8, then the Tensei Orange is fine at 2.3. The CB is okay at 2.6, but then the Rogue is perfect. Like, these two are perfect for me at 2.3, and then the Distanza is like all over the place. And then average carry 238 with the Ping Tour, 250, 239, 243, and then 218 with the Distanza. Just had no idea. From this, it would be a toss-up between the Rogue and the Tensei Orange because they felt the best. But let's look at the head data. So if we now look at the head data, efficiency is pretty good apart from with the Distanza and the Alta CB. Head speed, fastest with the CB and then the Orange, and then slowest with the Rogue. It is the heaviest. But then I'm quite surprised at how slow I was swinging this. I just had no control over it. That was the problem. And then 102. I mean, you can see they're so far down on what I would normally be swinging at 110 to 115, but that's what happens when you've got an injured shoulder. Impact location, I'm trying to get it a little bit more in the heel at the moment because I can get a little bit toey. So I'm glad to see it in the heel, but you can see here with the Distanza and the Alta CB, I said, like, I feel like I don't know where the head is and that has shown by being further into the heel. And then the 3 that were the heaviest, the Rogue, the Tensei and the Driver and the Ping Tour, are all pretty similar. Actually the Tensei Orange is a little bit more in the center than the others. And then if we look at the dispersion circles for it, I know it's really difficult to see, but you can see here the Distanza is just leaking out to the right and the dispersion circle is all over the place. Then we've got the next biggest is the Ping Tour 75 leaking out to the right, but it's all over the place. And then we go quite close in. So I'm gonna deselect the Ping Tour and the Distanza for the time being, and also the Alta CB. Although it's central, it's pretty big. And let's see which is the best out of those two. So now if we look at it after I've disabled those 3, because they were the wildest, they would not be the choices. We're now left with the Tensei Orange and the Rogue. And you can see here, the Tensei Orange has got better peak height. It's carrying 7 yards further with better spin. I get better ball speed. And then the dispersion circle is very, very central. Like, that is a fairway finding combination. The Ping Max with the weight in the heel, 10.5 degree with the Tensei Orange is what I would fit myself into. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed that video. And it was just to show you the comparisons between the 5 different shafts. Now there is different weights and flexes that come with the Ping Tour and the Alta CB. In the fitting kit, I only get 1 Orange, 1 Rogue and 1 Alta Distanza. But if I was going to fit myself, if that was a fitting process for me for the Ping Max, then it would be the Tensei Orange with the 10.5 head because it gives me great numbers and it's a lot more stable. And it's carrying 250 yards down the fairway nearly every time. So that would be what I would be looking for. But it just shows the difference that shaft makes. Some people say shaft has absolutely no point in it. And I argue that better players, as in really, really good players, professionals, they can adapt to any club. They will swing it a few times and then adapt to it and then get great numbers. For people like me and for handicap golfers, we just know how to swing a club. We don't know how to adapt very well. So that's where the fitting process can benefit people. Don't get me wrong, fitting process will benefit the better players, but they are zoning in on so minute differences, whereas for people like me, there are massive differences between the lightweight shaft and the heavy shafts because they suit my swing, my tempo, you know, the way I deliver the ball. So yeah, if you're looking for the Ping G425 driver and you're going to get fit, you've got great options to look at. There are great shafts, great heads, and it's so stable. It is so forgiving. It's unbelievable. And if you're missing out to the right, then the Ping G425 Max or the SFT are definitely options to cure that right miss. Anyway, if you've liked this video, please do drop it a like. It lets me know that you're enjoying this content. As always, if you are new to the channel or you are returning and you've not yet subscribed, please do click that subscribe button down below and let's help grow this channel up. And it just means the world to me, and it means I can produce better content for you guys. But for the time being, I'm going to leave it there and I'll see you all soon.